I'm back for part 2 of this video. I had to dash off and clean up after my cat threw up her snacks in the sunroom. So anyway, I'm back. So where was I? I was talking about my Reddit friends, and they are the main reason why I started filming myself making jewelry. When I first joined the Reddit group, which is called the Niche Lady Reaction, they didn't know me from a bar of soap. And I joined and I made a post going, I've stumbled upon this site and I've been reading through your posts and I find them all hilarious and I'm here to join. And I may have outed myself straight away, and they went, oh no, you've got to stay anonymous, Niche will come after you in your channel. And I replied to that message with, oh lol, I don't have a YouTube channel. And now strangely I do. So 134 subscribers. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Who would have thought? It's just a bit of fun anyway. Obviously, I'm never going to make any income from YouTube, but I sometimes make a bit of income from my jewelry, not through YouTube. Which reminds me of a story, a strange story. Not so strange, but let's call it one of the flying monkey stories, or potentially a flying monkey story. So during the time last year when I had reached out to Deb from Big Sky about her experience unboxing one of the items she bought from Niche being not as advertised. Niche claimed it was 10 carat gold, the clasp, and it was obviously just gold plating. And it was a live unboxing video. And Niche's flying monkeys, or her growling grannies, actually did unleash in ways that we didn't imagine possible. Niche went on to the comment section of Deb's video, where we were all leaving comments like, oh, this person is a scammer. She's a known scammer. And she was threatening her with libel. And I was making quite a few jewelry making videos at the time and talking about that. And one day out of the blue, I got a message, I think a direct message through YouTube, maybe it was through Messenger, because I do put my I'm very easy to find. I do have my Facebook for my jewelry. There's a link to it there, so people, I'm easy to contact, put it that way. And there was a bit of back and forth. This lady wanted to buy one of the necklaces from the video that she saw, and I didn't twig at first. And it was just something in the language where she called me, oh, sweetheart, or oh, honey child, or something American. And I went, oh, where are you from? Because I don't ship overseas. And our dollar is shit. And, it would be just not worth it for me to send anything to you. And she went, oh, okay. She was from Texas. Now, one of the items from Deb's eBay store was purchased by someone in Texas who sent it back complaining. This is all sabotage of Deb's eBay site, which is her livelihood. This is how she makes her living, by Niche. Now, I'm not worried about defamation or anything. I'm speculating. I'm not saying that's how it went down, but that's how it went down for me. So yeah, a woman in Texas, bless your heart. That's what it was, bless your heart, or something like that. That tipped me off she was not in Australia. Another one of my Reddit friends, Salty Susan, I think it was you, who said you should maybe copy anthropology style necklaces. Well, I Googled them and they do charm necklaces like this, but I don't have a lot of supplies, and what I'm going to do is just keep making what I'm good at and what I like to wear. I don't wear a lot of necklaces, I've got to say. Now, back to the niche saga. So she's posted another video today where she's buying stuff at a estate sale. And after she exits that one, the first one that she goes to, she trashes them in the car. She goes, oh, that wasn't as advertised. There was heaps more stuff in the photos, and it wasn't as good as I thought it would be, and blah, blah, blah. This is after she spent nearly $200 in there and got some decent stuff. And then to go and trash them. But one of the items that she picked up was a trio, which is a cup, saucer, and sandwich plate. And they had some nice ones there. I don't collect them myself. They're not my thing. I'm more of a mid-century modern type of gal. Anyway, these trios were nice, you know, the chintzy sort of Royal Alberty style ones. She picked up one set and she, I swear to God, said, oh, Grosvenor. It's Grosvenor. Nitch, that's not how you pronounce Grosvenor. I know it's spelt funny, but a lot of English words are. And in all your years of schooling people and learning about where things are from and how things are made and the value of them, you think that you would have ever learned the pronunciation of something? And Grosvenor is a pretty, you know, made in England, Grosvenor, by Grosvenor. It's a pretty common name in terms of ceramics, or as Mitch likes to say, pottery. This is a nice piece of pottery, you fool. Gee, I get a buzz out of her videos. Gee, they make me laugh. I don't like her lives. Her live videos are too much for me. Oh, geez, they're a pity party, aren't they? Pity party and a half. Oh, the one that she did the other day. Oh, dearie gracious me, over the turtles. Sorry, the tortoise rescue. 1, 2, 4, 6. That's coming along quite nicely. Right. Yeah, I probably won't get through all these necklaces, but what I'll do is I'll keep working until I've got nothing left to say, and then I'll follow it up with a short showing the finished necklaces. I think that's a good idea. Yes, so as this is a part 2, because as you can hear in the background of part 1, Peanut threw up and I had to dash in and clean it all off, and oh, what a gross, revolting. She begged me for snacks. I knew I gave her too many. A little pudding. Here we go. So we have also started leaving comments and having a bit of a chat in the comments of a sub called YouTube, lowercase, and one of the members of that sub, nobody, not from our Reddit, actually started a post saying, who's the most this is not word for word, but who's a really shonky YouTuber that you know of with no scruples and etc. So a couple of us piped in on that one. Salty Susan started the conversation, and then a couple of others chipped in. So, yep, named her, the niche lady. I wonder if she watches any of my videos. I doubt it. I doubt it. I watched a very cute live sale video from her two ex-associates that I spoke about the other day, Julie and Chelsea. I think One Way Vintage and Treasures by Gem. I think that's their YouTube channels, and they sometimes get together on the Treasures by Gem channel and do live sales. Anyway, they did a Christmas in July sale yesterday. I'm not into Christmas, but that they were selling all Christmas themed trinkets and decorations and stuff. And I joined in on the chat, and I thought, hoping that one of them may recognize my name from when I used to comment on niche chat, but I'm not sure if they did. Anyway, I left a comment here and there, and they went, "Oh, Carol, we'll put you in the wheel." I went, "No, don't put me in the wheel. I'm in Australia." And Chelsea goes, "Oh, but we can sort you out. Don't worry." And they ended up putting me on the wheel, and I'm like, "Don't put me on the wheel. I don't like Christmas." It was a giveaway spinning of the wheel, but bless them. They were so funny and cute, and I left a couple of comments to the effect of, "You guys are adorable." So I'm going to keep an eye out for them in future, and I've thought of a way to direct them to my videos where I talk about the niche, because these ladies have been very gracious. They have not spilled any of the tea. And I mean, they were used up horribly. I spoke about that before in my part 2, I think, yes, of the Rage bracelet. Anyway, let's not turn these necklaces into Rage necklaces. That would not be good karma. But Rage has been my muse for getting back into making jewellery, well, for filming it anyway. Cheryl, my friend, who has the warehouse called Brands Establishment in Marrickville, there's a showroom attached to that where they have lovely homewares and stuff. I did make a video about that a couple of months ago. Now my jewellery is on display in that showroom, and she has sold some for me, and I'm very pleased with that. You go, girl. She waved at me the other day and said, "I sold another necklace, a $30 one." I went, "You're a legend, Cheryl. Love your work." She's a very busy lady. She is definitely not one that watches YouTube videos, because she has no time for such frivolities. I just dropped that dangle. Where did you go? Where did you go? All right, I can't see it. There it is. So I buy my Ugg slippers from Cheryl's showroom as well, or the warehouse, I should say. And Salty, I got you a nice pair of sheepskin Ugg slippers, the same kind that I wear. I got some for my friend Mel in Alaska as well. These slippers are just inside. You don't wear them anywhere outside because they're not meant for that. And Salty, I'm trying to find a size USA men's size 14, 15 for your grandson, and so far crickets, but I'm still trying. Gosh, that looks pretty. Well, that's 11 dangles, and there's still 2 to go. I'm just going to put it on the bust and see how it falls. Yeah, well, in for a penny, in for a pound. I might as well make the last 2 dangles as well. Yeah, I'm really pleased with that. It looks lovely. I have a new pair of sunglasses waiting for me at my optometrist in Campsie, so that's where I'm going for lunch today. And I will grab my new sunnies because they have my prescription in them. And they are, what's the name of them again? The designer. There you go. My brain turns to mush. And they are so cool. Can't wait to get them. All right. And today's Thursday, tomorrow Friday, and then day after tomorrow is Saturday. And Saturday is 6 weeks to go until departure day. And I booked a scenic flight for me and my friend Mel to see the glaciers and the wildlife when I'm in Anchorage for 5 days. I'm scared of heights and flying, but I've got to do that one. I might do one in Chicago, helicopter scenic flight, and I might do the same thing in New York City, because why not? You only live once. Okay. My sister said, no, she's not going to do that with me, and that's fair enough. They're only short flights, and we won't be joined at the hip. We'll be doing other things according to our interests. For instance, Tess wants to go see a Broadway show. I would rather choke on my own vomit than go to a musical theatre show. And I've had this conversation with you, Salty. Don't even suggest it. I don't do Cats. I don't do Hamilton. I don't do Wicked. Don't even suggest it. I can't think of anything worse. She likes it though. Erica loves it. My daughter, Erica, loves Broadway and has been to New York several times and always gets on those websites for the cheap tickets to the Broadway shows. It's one necklace is done, and it looks quite nice when it's not kinked up. All right. And I might start on the Blue Appetite one, just do a couple of dangles, then I'll stop and get dressed and continue with my day. My internet speed is terrible here, so it always takes me a while to upload the video to YouTube, but I like to do that as soon as I finish the videos. Then I can, while I'm uploading, I can get ready and do a few other things before I go. I'm not a YouTuber, am I? I'm so not a YouTuber. I'm a person who likes to gossip and make jewelry. That's the extent of it. Rage as a muse. Interesting concept. I think my content is pretty different to everybody else's. I don't talk about my personal shit because why would I? Who the hell am I that anybody would be interested in my personal shit? I'm here to talk to my friends on Reddit, and we got banned. I think I mentioned that a few times the other day. Goodness me. So I'm going to briefly also talk about another thing I heard about Niche and her fraudulent activities in relation to the foundation that she set up. Now, there's some legal requirement you need when you're setting up a charitable foundation in the USA, and it's a 501 or 503c whatever requirement that you need to do. And she said that she had this foundation and she was actually soliciting donations for it, and her foundation was to help single mothers earn an income by reselling on eBay. And basically what she did was I think she got a couple of them just to, get some free labor, and started them off by doing her listings for her. So she didn't have to pay them. And that way they were learning from her how to list stuff on eBay. And that was the funds from her foundation that she was getting donations for, was supposed to be going towards that. I think I have fucked this up already. Yep. Look, it is. Anyway, I'm just going to continue and I'll fix that one later. So Nitch has alluded to the fact that her foundation never ended up getting off the ground, but she hasn't addressed, oh yeah, she did actually address the where did the money go, Nitch? She said the money that she collected for the Niche Foundation all went on lawyer fees, because she had this board member who, according to Nitch, always the victim, did her bad and left her in the lurch, and etc. And so, unknown board member bad. Nitch, Saint Holy of the Fig Jam, Saint Nitch of the Holy Fig Jam, good. You get the idea. Now, this person has had, the person who was on the board that Nitch was referring to, she never named her. But this is where things get a bit weird and interesting. This person, who I know her name, and I'm not going to say her name, reached out to someone called Rebecca, who used to work for Nitch in her good stuff thrift store. And the story goes like this. This person encountered Nitch in a Goodwill and would often go thrifting with her, and they became friends. And she ended up giving Nitch the funds to start the foundation. I'm snipping off this one, which I got in the wrong area, so because I was talking and I wasn't paying too much attention, was I? And oh, don't tell me I did it again. I snipped off the wrong one. Oh dear. Anyway. I've gotten myself lost. I might have to put the blue one aside and start off with a different one, because this paperclip style chains are a little bit different. I got to be careful how I place it. See how it's dangling off the bottom? It's got to be dangling off the bottom. So not that link, but this link, and dangling off the bottom. Anyway, so where was I? So this person who Nitch befriended helped her out with funds. And when she left the foundation, she left the foundation in inverted commas. She left without getting any of her money back. So she communicated with Nitch that she wanted to be repaid all the funds that she sunk into it, to the tune of $11,000. And then Nitch made a couple of payments and then stopped. And then stopped repaying her. And she threatened her with libel. And after that, no more repayments. So that's the story of the Niche Foundation, all the proceeds of which apparently went to lawyers. Anyway, so this woman who got diddled out of $11,000 and is still owed all that money, reached out to say, is there a way that I can talk about it with someone, blah, blah, blah. And Rebecca pointed her towards one of the Redditors from the original sub, and the answer was, don't involve us. We're not getting involved. If you want to talk to anyone, maybe try TopazMoon. She does. She does videos where she talks about niche. And I went, look, I'm happy to, I don't want to be involved, but I'm happy to talk about the scuttlebutt as I know it. So we have no reason to believe that this woman is not genuine. I'm not going to say her name. I'm not going to say anybody's name besides Niche, the niche lady. This is quite nice, this Labradorite. But she is such a shonk, that woman. Gee, she actually gives shonks a bad name, doesn't she? Really egregious behaviour on her part. Oh, anyway. These necklaces are going to look lovely. Now, I've got a bit of a dry mouth and a bit of a drippy nose, so I am going to bid you girls a fond adieu after this dangle, and I'll plod along making the rest of them, and then I will do a short video to present them for your viewing pleasure. Gee, that's a pretty stone. All right, ladies, thank you for tuning in. Thanks to all the people who've joined, 134 subscribers. Wowee. All right. I love you guys very much. Bye.